Hi guys, Dazzie here with another episode of my 1 week later comic book recaps. This time it's episode 19. And today I'm going to be discussing the books that were released on the 17th of April 2019. Starting as we always do with DC. And of course, just like every other week an issue hits the stands, the big book of the week was Naomi, issue 4. Hope you guys were lucky enough to pick this one up. Now, is it due to the new character that could become a long-term hit for DC in the future? Only time will tell. But all I can say is I thought I was gambling a few months back when I was buying issue 1 for around about £2 to £3. But boy, did that pay off, since now those are selling at around about $100 on average. I kind of missed out there because I sold 2 issue 1s for around about 20. I've kept my best copy for myself. But what we thought would be a bigger print run for issue 4 didn't slow this Naomi train down one bit. 1 week later, and this book is still an $8 to $15 book for sold listings. Not bad, of course, for a 4th issue. Usually these type of books start to slow down by the 3rd or 4th. And like I've been preaching already, pre-order where you can. I've just pre-ordered 3 copies of issue 5. Now you can still buy the Naomi 4 second printing, Naomi 5 and Naomi 6 from a website in America called Things from Another World. So get on board with those guys, because you know that they are going to go through the roof. Nothing else really to report for DC books. There were some great looking killer bees, but you can likely still find all these DC books from last week online or at your local retailer. At the time of writing, all books except Naomi were still available for sale at Midtown, of course, across the pond. On to Marvel. And this book has blown up. I've been looking for this. I have had no joy. This is West Coast Avengers issue number 10. That, along with issue 9, have really started to blow up, because this is the first appearance by Alloy, the new hero that has powers that resemble both Wolverine and Venom combined. Pretty exciting character by all accounts, but it is still flogging this mashup thing, aren't they? Marvel, take note from DC with these new characters. We got Cosmic Ghost Rider, yeah, a big book. We got Weapon H, and so many of these Infinity Warps characters coming along. I don't know. Like I say previously, I've kind of had my fill of mashups. But having said that, this book quickly became a $20 to $30 book practically overnight. Basically, just because people love first appearances. Will it be a long-term hold? I'm not so sure, but it's certainly got a market at the moment. Time will tell, only tell if this character proves to sustain popularity. But we all know Marvel's tactics. He is just a way for them to claim we demanded it, so I'm sure their marketing group will be all over this one. We'll get a self-titled series with 30 plus variants within 6 months or so. That's how they seem to roll. And sorry, if we kind of sound cynical, but the character sounds kind of cool. Let it build naturally. I sure hope we don't see a big push by Marvel to end up ruining the possible potential of a new character. Like I said, think of Weapon H. Talk about the lost potential by them pushing it just a little bit too far too soon. Seems to be all the rage at the moment. We got this Wolverine's book, it's, I don't know, it's diluting it a little bit. I've got a copy of Totally Awesome Hulk 22 up for sale at the moment for $37.99. I've had a watcher or two, but it seems to be slowing down. Another Marvel book I was on the lookout for, and again, no joy for me. This was the War of the Realms, War Scrolls, issue 1. And this was a nice looking Sorrento cover. If you managed to find that one, guys, not too bad. Like I say, it has heated up. I'm not exactly sure why. It's an okay cover. not jumping out at me. But like I say, it's got a bit of buzz. If you can find it, flip it. Recent souls at this time were at an auction that ended at $27 for that book. That's true demand, if you ask me. Willing bidders would, of course, drive up the cost, not sellers setting the bin price. It's a cool cover, but I wouldn't pay over cover it unless there's something I'm missing here, because I don't think there's anything in the guts as such. Another book I was on the lookout for, again, with no joy. It's not often you get a Star Wars book with a new character that hasn't first appeared in one of the movies or TV series, but this is what happened with this book. Star Wars TIE Fighter issue number 1. This cover in particular. Like I say, it was a character variant that introduces a new Star Wars character before a supposed movie, animation, or show appearance. And that, in this day and age, is pretty rare. So when the time comes, this character ever makes it to the screens, this book could be a nice pickup for the long-term gamble, okay, guys? This was a ratio variant. That's probably why I couldn't find it. That most retailers sold in the $10 to $15 range to begin with. Most recent sold listings have been around about the $20 range. So if you love Star Wars and you missed out, now's the likely time to hunt one down. No one wants to pay secondary prices when these things kind of heat up. Another book I was looking for, and again I couldn't find it, despite the woeful artwork in my opinion, was Major X issue number 2. And it's getting made a lot of fun of. What are your thoughts on this Major X character? I'm not a big fan. I've been reading, I've seen pictures where it seems to be a mashup of another character from another toy line, I think it is. But like I say, this was Major X issue 2. Look at that Wolverine. That Wolverine is shocking. I promise you, my daughter can draw better than that. But it seems to have a market. Rob Liefeld, bad press or not, seems to be able to get some heat. You can already pre-order the second printing of this book, but like I say, if you can find that second issue, first print in your LCSs, you're doing okay. I couldn't find any. Have you found some? I think it's going for around about double cover at the moment. Onto indie and small publisher titles, and just the one of note to talk about, and that was this rather striking cover for Rise issue 2 from Scout Comics. Again, a book I looked for, but no joy for me. This is the cover, and it is quite a nice one. If my tablet ever decides to work. In the meantime, until it loads, what can I tell you about it? But it saw a nice bump up first upon release in pre-sales, ranging from double cover to $12 range, which is very nice. But you can now find this available in stock at Midtown at this time. That's pretty much it for the small publisher titles. Let me see if I can just get this one up for you, because it looks a nice book. It was a striking white cover. Here we go, guys. That's the one I'm talking about. Rise 2 from Scout Comics. If you can find that, like I say, it was double till about the $12 range, which is a nice little pickup. So, of course, my podium positions for this week. I will go with my bronze medal, which this week goes to War of the Realms, Scrolls issue number 1. That's my bronze for the week. My silver, of course, has to go to West Coast Avengers issue number 10. And of course, my gold medal for the week, I'm sure you're on board with it, Naomi issue 4. That's a wrap. That's Daz. Over and out. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.